and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses Reviews the Grand Tour. Now, we told you back in week 1 that we would go around and find different locations. So today, we thought we'd head on outside.
And it's lovely.
It is lovely. It's very mild.
Yeah.
We thought because the Grand Tour was in Whitby in the UK, we would honour that by being in the great British countryside. So here we are. So, episode 3, Whitby. Again, the intro, as far as I'm concerned, was pretty good.
Yeah, and I sort of got foot tap into that intro tune as well.
Really?
Yeah, I quite like it.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very kind of American, but...
It is, but
then it's a multicultural show, isn't it?
Talking about American, you know what we didn't see this week?
We didn't.
We didn't see Big Fat American.
No, and I didn't think of that at the time.
Neither did I. I've just thought of it.
For them.
When you said America, I just thought of it.
Yeah.
Yay, good.
But there was no track at all this week.
No, there wasn't.
No, it was all about the road trip, which is nice.
Yes, the road trip. Okay, well, let's start. I have my notes. Yes, I think the intro really did sum up where they were. It's, again, very short, sweet, and did its job. Sorry. Tea. Even though it's in a Starbucks coffee mug, it's tea.
I call them scraps as well, incidentally.
I call them scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat them, but I call them scraps.
No.
I don't like them. Bits of solidified batter, no thank you.
Oily muck, isn't it, really?
Yeah. The dying drone seems to be their thing. Shooting a drone down.
Yeah, I saw that. It was
killing a drone.
I don't know, what was that, a seagull or something?
I don't know. It was...
Or a pigeon, maybe?
Seems to be their thing.
That's funny, though.
Yeah,
it amused me.
Amusing, yes.
Bit repetitive, I have to say.
I couldn't believe it was raining, though.
It was?
Yeah. On the tent, you could see the rain coming down on the tent.
Oh, yeah.
Which, obviously, they filmed a while ago now, but... It's not always raining in England, as we can prove right now. It's November... No, it isn't. It's December.
It's December. December the 2nd. Today.
And it's blue skies. Can you see that? No, you can't.
No, they can't.
Lovely.
There is some blue poking through the clouds.
I'll show you later.
Maybe.
Anyway. Hey, so the first thing they did, the Italy trip.
Yeah.
£265,000 Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
It's immense, isn't it?
There's a lot of money for a car, isn't it?
I don't mean the car. I don't mean the price is immense. The car is immense. It's like this big fat slab of.
Well,
it's like a brick.
It's typical modern Rolls Royce, isn't it?
I love it.
It's what they look like.
I really like it.
I do and I don't. I prefer the old Rolls Royces with the big chrome grille and the.
Right.
You know, it's just nice.
I'm not sure about the name. Rolls Royce Dawn.
What was the other one they had?
Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Ghost, Shadow, Silver Shadow 2. That was inventive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But £265,000, and the Aston Martin. Now, I think that is the road-going Vulcan. I think
possibly.
They've done the DB11,
yeah.
as the road car in replacement of the Vulcan that no one can use, buy, drive or own.
Not even vaguely close, is it really? I've never been a huge fan of DBs or any Aston Martins. I mean, I can appreciate they're British and they are pretty cool, but
Aston Martins are getting like Porsche 911s.
They all look the same.
Photocopy.
Yeah.
Which are getting like the Jag XKs.
Yep.
Although the F-Type is different.
Yes.
Which is coming up in a review in a few weeks.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It will. Looking forward to that.
Well, that is a V6 version.
That's all right. It's a
still
2016
cool.
F-Type.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, it wasn't brown. It was orangey red.
Yeah, it reminded me of Ford's Imperial Red.
5.2 litre V12, 600 brake horsepower.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as quick as the £50,000 Hellcat.
Well, it did win, to be fair.
1 second
Yeah.
and half
1 mile an hour.
1 mile an hour
Yeah.
and half a second faster.
Yeah,
I know which one I'd have.
They're pretty evenly matched, aren't they, in them numbers, but
Out of those two, which would you have?
Hellcat.
Hellcat, every single day. And Richard Hammond, if you happen to be watching this,
Possibly. You never know.
You never know. I completely 100% agree with you. That Hellcat is awesome, and I would be a 10-year-old child
And
in
the
that
noise,
car.
the noise, the whine of the supercharger and everything's brilliant.
I'd be
Love
right up behind that Rolls Royce through that tunnel. The tunnel runs. Oh,
Yeah.
God. Do you know, I'm sure I actually felt my trousers twitch when that went through
Were
that
you
tunnel.
having a James May fizzy moment?
I was having a my own twitching moment.
Mild crisis of some sort.
I did have a little bit of a crisis. That is awesome. I mean, I'm not really a Dodge person.
No, but it's a V8.
I'm very much a Mustang person, but it was V8. It's ridiculous amounts of power, and it
Yeah.
sounds epic. It's just, when he went through that tunnel, it's like, oh, God. And that's what it sounds like on camera.
Mm.
And we know that on camera is nothing compared to what it sounds like in real life.
Well, you lose a lot, don't you, with the microphone and then the speakers on whatever you're watching it with. So.
And it sounded immense on camera, so imagine what it sounds like in real life.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh yes,
That
that's
would be
the
good.
only Dodge I would want to own. And 50 grand, that's bloody cheap.
Yeah,
50 grand. I could own one of them.
it's just all engine, isn't it? There's nothing. There's nothing.
If I sold my 2 Mustangs, I could be close to that.
Yeah. Maybe the Merc as well. I used to have it as a daily.
Oh God, don't give me ideas.
I was going to give away the.
There's a moment coming up. ...707 horsepower in that Hellcat.
Mm.
Do you think it's too much?
No,
No, me neither.
you can never have too much power.
That's brilliant. Although it did look like James May was actually getting pissed off with him. Genuinely
He
pissed
did
off
look
with him.
pretty annoyed.
He did. But guess what, James? Tough.
Yeah, V8 rule.
V8's rule every single time. You can keep your whisper quiet, whatever the hell they...
You're wafting down the road. You can stay for another day.
What did they... Oh, the ballet roof. What the fuck's that about?
Oh yeah, no. What was the other one it said?
The ballet roof. And the seatbelts.
Oh, the seatbelts. Yeah. Make sure you put your seatbelt on.
Yeah. But Richard Hammond was spot on again this week. Funny as hell.
He was, wasn't he?
The donuts, the random donuts,
he looked
anywhere,
like he was genuinely enjoying himself.
anywhere you can, just do a donut.
Truckloads of tyres.
Yeah.
And I think I need to contest maybe that no one has ever done a donut in an Aston Martin. Someone must have done.
Of course.
There must be a child out there who's bought a
I'm sure
DB9
Bond
or
did it.
whatever and donutted around a car park just for fun.
Didn't James Bond do it?
I don't think so. There's a lot of activity in this wood, isn't there?
There is. I can hear lots of rustling over there. It's like someone's making a sandwich.
Making a sandwich.
Look, running up the tree.
There's all sorts. They're having a fight, aren't they?
Looks like it. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, James May can shut up.
Yeah. If you don't like it, put your roof up.
Exactly. If you
Shut
don't
your
like it,
windows.
sod off.
Yeah.
Eat your own words. I'm sure he's been on TV and complained about people complaining about Top Gear.
Probably.
So deal with it.
Yeah.
Move on. But James May is funny.
Oh yeah.
He was, again, spot on. I think they're really settling into this role quite nicely.
I think they're able to enjoy themselves a lot more
They are, yes.
without the constraints that they had before.
Yes. For £100,000 more, would you have the Aston Martin?
No?
No, me neither.
Uh,
Actually, if someone gave me an Aston Martin, I would sell it and buy
Something else.
a Hellcat.
No, you'd buy a...
No, hang on, I haven't finished it. I would buy a Hellcat
Right.
and a
I was going
GT350R.
to say you would get 3C3, that.
Yeah, the GT350R.
That car just sounds immense.
Oh.
I love it.
Well,
Flat
out of the two, the
plane V8.
GT350R or the Hellcat.
Oh, the Mustang.
Yeah.
I love that sound.
What about you? What would you have? The GT350R, this one, or the Dodge Hellcat, this one.
350R, that's such an immense noise. To rev a V8, I mean I know it's not a Ferrari V8, it's the same style with it being a flat plane, but 8,250 RPMs. It's just tremendous.
I noticed that they brought back a link of Mercedes, and they were saying that there's a link between the Germans and the Rolls-Royce and Mercedes and the Aston Martin
Wasn't there mention
And-
of the 300C?
and the 300C,
Yeah.
which was based on the Mercedes, which is what the Dodge Hellcat is based on.
Yeah, it's the
So they're all linked.
90s Mercedes S-Class.
Yeah.
Or E-Class. E-Class.
E-Class. So they're all linked to Mercedes somehow.
Yeah.
That was obviously their link for the whole three, because it was a bit random, wasn't it? Very different cars. You got an Aston Martin DB11, a Rolls-Royce Dawn, and a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. You can't get three more different cars.
It's not really head-to-head at all, is it? It's just completely...
So I think they went to their
different.
researchers, find something in common. That's probably what they did. Find something in common with these three cars, because these are the three we want.
Yeah.
Oh, did you know? Back in the 1990s,
Oh, I see,
there was a
yeah.
Mercedes chassis
Yeah.
used on that car, which inspired this car, which is the Link.
And of course Mercedes parts in the DB11 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, it's BMW in the German, I suppose.
It's German, yeah, or German Link.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Conversation Street. Why was Clarkson wearing heels?
I know. What's that all about? But at least it made it something to spot that was different.
Stilettos. I wonder how many people spotted that. Did you spot that?
Yeah.
German
How many of
Clarkson
you now
wearing
are going to watch it again
stilettos.
just to see him wearing high heels in the Silhouetto?
I mean, they made an
That
issue
was,
of it because he was tapping them and Richard Ham was looking at them.
Yeah, I made a point of it.
Yeah. Okay, I have a serious question. What was the point of that jet charcoal thing?
I don't know, I think I might have missed something there because I have no idea what they were talking about.
No, me neither. Do you know? What was that about? Well, is that what Whitby's famous for?
Coal, oh, could be. It's Yorkshire. It's
Maybe.
a coal mine.
Oh, talking Yorkshire, did you
No, don't do
notice? Huh?
Don't do that.
Why?
Let's don't do that.
Bitch. Did you notice when he said they're very easy to get in and out of, you know? That was like the hint back to the Fiat Multipla Rover for the old ladies they used to do in Top Gear.
Oh yeah, with the airbag bumper thing.
And the armchairs. Very easy to get out of, you know. Very
Yeah.
easy to get in and out of, don't you know?
He must say that quite a lot then. It's become one of his little things.
Maybe. 16,000 learners. Now, this interests
Yeah.
us because both Malcolm and I were training to be driving instructors until we realised there's too many about, it's very competitive and we can't be asked.
Mostly can't be asked.
So, but 16,000 learners, now gone down to 4,000 learners a year.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought, that's interesting, but also quite good.
Well, I think, no, it's not. Not for driving instructors.
No, not for instructors, no, but for us general road users that are having to put up with all these
yes.
bellends on the road.
I think the reason why is a mixture of things. One, because insurance prices are just ridiculous.
Yeah, they are crazy. Although there was talk about that coming down for some reason. I forget what it
Yeah,
was.
I heard that.
Something to do with getting rid of that
cap.
compensation thing.
Under 21s, there's a cap of £1,200 or £1,500 or something.
Oh no, I'm on about the compensation thing. They're getting rid of whiplash compensation or cutting down on it. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So it should reduce the
Okay.
insurance costs.
Something I think it's to do with is boring cars.
Yeah.
My first car, back in 1991 when I passed my test, I was 17 years old. My first car was a 1.6 litre Ford Capri. That was cool.
Yeah. Mine wasn't as cool, but still relatively cool, being a 2.8 Granada.
It was cool. I mean,
yeah.
a 2.8, I mean, yeah, Granada was sort of a granddad's car.
Granddad's car, but it's still.
But what year was
V6,
that?
2.8, 1978.
No, not the car.
Oh, 2001.
2001.
Yeah. I passed
10
when I was
years
21.
after me.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't bother to pass my test. I got to 17 and I wasn't really bothered.
Really?
Yeah. And I know, it's crazy, isn't it? A car person, not bothered. But then I started working for a company and they said, if you get a driving licence, we'll let you use one of the vans. So I passed for them and then I still didn't get a car for about 3 months.
I bought my Capri when I was 16, and it sat
Yeah, you had it
outside.
waiting.
Yeah, it sat outside. I had my my first lesson on my 17th birthday. At the end of that first lesson, my instructor said, "I'm putting you in for your test." I'm like, what? He said, "Yeah, it'll take 4 weeks to come through. You'll be ready." So I had 4 lessons and the one before my test. I passed first time. My car was taxed and insured and MOT'd, ready, sitting outside the
Off
house.
you went, yeah.
I went straight back, got in the car and went out in it. That was awesome. And there's all my mates driving around in Fiestas and Metros and farty little Minis. There's me with my massive Capri. It was awesome.
Yeah, I quite like that about the Granada.
Then I proceeded to have an accident in it 3 months later.
Oh.
Because I drove it like a complete knobhead.
Well, I drove mine like a knobhead, but I didn't break it.
The roundabouts. I didn't realise I spent £9 million.
Well, 10 million. They
Or
asked for
10
another
because they had
million.
an extra.
Unless
making,
that was 9 making it up from 8.
2 roundabouts smaller.
And some traffic lights.
How?
I don't know, I could have done that for 55p.
I could have
Just go over there, pull the bricks out the ground and...
gone around there with a heavy duty lawnmower.
yeah.
Ride-on lawnmower.
Yeah, just drive on this bit.
Just keep going round and round for an hour. Problem solved. Pay me £9 million an hour.
Bit more involved than that, but yeah. It's still that's a ridiculous amount of money to...
Employ a university student who wants to do some research in traffic management.
Perfect.
To stop the traffic with his little sign and his orange vest. I tell you what, half that 9 million went on health and safety, procedures, adherence, compliance, all that bollocks.
Yeah.
I did have to laugh about the police camera thing though.
What happened there?
You've forgotten, haven't you?
I've forgotten.
I'll just pick it back from my memory. When they went up to the back of the van and drove through.
Oh yeah.
How awesome's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. Although I'd quite like to do it on the M25. Take some police number plates and then just drive around the M25 at
with a picture of Bill Oddie or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the Queen. That'd be even better.
I'm not the Queen. That's disrespectful.
Why? Oh, okay, impersonating the Queen. We do not condone impersonating the Queen.
No, it's not that. I'm not one of them royalist people, but
they did that on the Grand Tour last week.
I have a certain
they
amount
rescued the Queen.
Yeah, I have a certain amount of respect for the royal family. I don't
and then James May had a go at her about being German.
yeah.
So their second part of the story, I'm really impressed with their camera work. The drones that they use to fly over, fantastic. Really impressed with that.
I wonder what they are.
I think they are parrots.
Big posh things.
They're DJI. They've got like the one with in the middle, and they're like wing legs that come up. And they're about £6,000 to go.
Yeah,
they're expensive.
Expensive ones.
Yeah.
But then they've got to hang big old camera equipment on, haven't they? If they're doing
not necessarily
4K resolution and all the rest of it.
Just stick a GoPro on it. My GoPro does 4K.
Oh yeah, true.
So.
Yeah.
But the MPG surprised me. 21 in the Aston.
Yeah.
15 in the Rolls Royce.
And 6
in the Hellcat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
brilliant.
if you're going to sit there planting your foot, lifting your foot, planting your foot, lifting, it's going to use more fuel than if you were to just hover on third of a throttle or whatever.
Even my Mustang, when I drive that spiritedly.
20-ish?
12.
Oh, spirited, yeah.
Yeah.
But on a run, you're sensible driving, you get 20.
Yeah, well, on a motorway run, I got 24.
Yeah.
0.4.
It's not bad. It's a lot of bugs, isn't there?
Yeah. I like the way he cut his painting in half.
That's sort of a normal occurrence with them, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
They'll buy some crazy present and do something mad to get it on the vehicle.
I did think, how's he going to do that? And I didn't realise he was going to cut it in half, but that was quite funny, that. Yeah. And then when they arrived at, was it Valencia? And the market square.
Yeah.
And there was 4.5 billion people there. I thought at one point perhaps they were a little bit actually scared.
I don't know.
Because when they got that crowd mentality, you don't know how it's going to react, do you?
Yeah, you don't know who's there, do you?
No.
Alone.
But they were sticking their hands in and shaking their hands and stuff, and they sort of feel obliged to go hello. And but then how many hands do you shake before you try and run people over? And
yeah,
you know, scary
couldn't
stuff.
have been that bad because James had the roof down.
Yeah, and they are loved. They're not hated.
Well,
so. What's wrong with you?
Giddy on air.
Drink some tea, everything will be fine.
Yeah. Talking about
that
horses
boat
with wings.
No, forget the bloody horse with wings. The boat.
Boat.
Mental thing. I thought it was going to tip over when he was going round like that.
Well, that's what they do, isn't it?
But that was seriously over.
Yeah.
Obviously they fell in accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
And it's just him in oh, childish, and he's just like my mentality.
Crazy.
I've got that same mentality.
We've missed something quite important.
Celebrity brain crash.
Yes.
They're still killing guests. At least this time you actually get to see Simon Pegg, and he's walking through the town and stuff. But why kill him? I mean, obviously when the bridge opened, you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't
funny.
understand it.
It may be funny for the people because it's the first time they've seen it, but not for us watching it
And like
every
I
week.
said last week, James will
May,
say he won't be coming on then, and Richard will turn around, no, he's not.
No, he's not. Well, what do you think, James? He's now got his lungs full with... Oh,
Yeah.
stop doing it, please. It's not funny. You've done it enough now. Move on. The other thing I didn't like, that stupid little Jeremy Clarkson Google car attempt. I knew there was someone inside it riding it. That was obvious. And he was faking the forward, okay, stop, because it wasn't in time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pointless. I didn't understand why he did that. And then he got on his chaise longue and banged his head on the tent entrance as he went out. Oh, really didn't see that coming.
No.
Sorry, I'm not impressed with that.
No, it wasn't funny, was it?
It wasn't funny, and it was pretty crap. And the Romanian thing was been done, because they've done that with the van challenge they used to do. They employed a Romanian to load the van up, so that's been done. Leave the Romanians alone now. Okay, the end bit, blowing up his house. Now, that's the same house they used in the Peugeot video they did.
Yeah, it's his
when
house.
Driving like Peugeot. So it's obviously his house when
It
they
is his
drove
house.
into it at the end.
Yeah, he crashed into the wall, didn't he?
So I didn't realise, obviously, they were actually at his house when they were doing that Peugeot video.
Well, I've seen his house before for some reason, so when they did the Peugeot video, I remembered that house then as well.
I'll be honest, it's not as big as I imagined it to be.
No.
I imagined it to have all big gates and stuff like that, and
But
security.
they did say why he bought it. It was because he fell in love with the view.
Right. He probably doesn't use it. Probably like his house he bought because he fell in love with the view, but never actually stays there. I don't think that's his actual house. And
Don't know.
surely that's a listed building.
No, that was a new build-ish type thing, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
No, the back was. I don't know about the front.
No, I don't know.
No.
But the wall, I was a bit, don't kill the wall.
I know.
The house, fine, but the wall.
Yeah. But the explosion at the end.
That was epic, wasn't it?
Immense. I actually thought that first bit was a fail. And it was a
Yeah.
shot out the window.
And then the rest came. So you can understand why the
Massive
locals are a
fireball.
bit upset by that. Yeah. They're all
That was
sitting there
pretty
having
good.
their cup of tea, talking over the fence to the neighbours, and
And then all of a sudden this massive
Kaboom.
fireball erupts from next door. Do you think this episode was a triumph or a disaster?
it wasn't a disaster. I don't think I'd go as far as to say it was a triumph either.
Well, let your pen do the talking.
Yeah. The board.
Comedy factor. I'm gonna wedge that here. See if I can write upside down. Comedy factor.
Why are you starting at the second one down?
I thought this was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, why didn't I give it 10?
I don't know.
10. To me, it's 01. Dukes of Hazzard. Stupidity. Lots of stupidity.
Stupidity is good.
Stupidity is good. The higher the score, the more stupid,
Stupid
the more
makes funny.
funnier.
Yeah.
Epic. Yes. I think this definitely had
It's pretty
stupidity.
stupid, but I'm not going to go 10.
I'm not going to go 10 because of Clarkson and his stupid,
Stupid Google car.
not funny Google car.
And
yes.
that blasted brain thing.
Oh,
Celebrity
yeah, brain crash.
Yeah,
Stop doing it. Annoyance. I was annoyed by the celebrity brain crash in the
Yeah.
Google car.
I wasn't that annoyed, so this is a low score for
Yes.
annoyance, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, because are we going to give it a high score and then do what we did before and take it off the score?
We didn't do that.
I think we should do that. Even though we haven't done it yet, I think we should do it from now on.
So the higher the score...
The higher the score, the higher the score that gets knocked off at the end.
Yeah, so if we say 2, we take 2 off the final score.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
in which case then? Is that a 6?
Yep.
Music. Wasn't much of it.
No, there wasn't, was there?
Cars. Well, the Hellcat did it for me.
That was the only 3 cars in the
That
show.
was the only 3 cars. They didn't have anything other than...
On the Google car.
They didn't do anything else, did they?
They didn't even talk about cars in the news, did they?
No, they just chatted a lot and they didn't do another video.
They digressed quite a lot, didn't they? And then
They did. I don't think they actually did another feature on another car, did they?
I don't think so.
Did they? Have we missed something?
Yeah, maybe comment on that.
Okay, alright. I'm going to give it a 6 because that's the only 3 that were in it.
I'm going to say 8
I think.
because the 3 cars that were in it were pretty cool.
Okay, so
And it was a supercharged V8, which was awesome. With many tyres.
there is that nice wine.
Yeah, I love that.
I like a nice wine. I'm very much a rosé man.
Yeah. A bottle of whiskey to me.
It's not wine.
No, no, but I don't really like wine.
Oh, right, okay. Content.
Righto. Wow, it was a little bit lacking. 'Cause
It
was
was.
only one thing, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go...
Oh, yeah, very good.
So, location.
Location, right. Location was... Well, they didn't really do anything in the location. They went to Italy.
I don't care. The location was Britain.
45.
47.
47, okay, so we've got 45, 47, minus the 6, so 45 minus 6 is 39. That's a low score.
43.
43. So therefore, perhaps that means Whitby wasn't that good.
Certainly lower score than last week, isn't it?
But it was funny. I think it's the content that let it down.
I don't know, the content scored quite highly.
What we need to do is next week we need to do a progress board.
Yeah, we need to look at previous scores.
And we'll redo the scores for the first two.
Well, we'll do it in percentages
and put the minus.
because our total number of things has changed. We were 90.
Oh
now
God,
70.
this is getting statistically
Statistical.
difficult.
Yeah, so just do a percentage out of 100
Right.
for each week,
Okay. Well, for now.
obviously.
So that brings us to the end of this episode of Motors for the Masses Reviews the Grand Tour. Please join us next week when we'll be back for episode 4. I'm not quite sure where it is.
No.
But until then, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please comment below, like and share and all that gubbins. Please have a look at our other videos because we are back in reviewing cars. We've got the Corsa that came in this week. We've got the E350 Mercedes from 2011 next week, the convertible version. We've got the Audi S4 the week after that. And then we've got the brand new Jaguar F-Type after that. And then we've got a Nissan 350Z.
Isn't the 350Z before the Jag?
No, I'd rather do the Jag first.
Okay.
Nissan 350Z, and then we are meeting a guy who's got loads and loads of hot rods.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So there's lots and lots of content coming up. So until then, please drive carefully.
And wear your seat belts.
But have fun and wear your seatbelts.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Cheerio.